going on, YouTube, social media world? It's your boy AnonymousBased, and I'm biggity back with a new reaction video. This time I'm here with something brand new from It's Complicated. But before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and give this video a like, share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites, and if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section. So, we are here with something brand new from It's Complicated. Shout out to you, brother. And the name of this video is called Men Hate Men. Rules of modern dating and understanding women. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. I'm interested to see what this one's going to be about.
Why is misandry only identified when it comes from women?
Oh, yeah, because dudes be hating on other dudes, too. I don't know.
That's true. That's true. The dudes be hating.
Is there more of a mutual brotherhood between men or a mutual sisterhood between women?
There's a mutual brotherhood for sure.
Yes, sir.
It's bros before hoes.
Yes, sir.
Sisterhood between women, that's super easy. Women love they women, they hug each other, BFFs, go around the world,
No,
take
they
trips
don't.
with them.
They be lying.
So why do we have the expression bros before hoes?
Because, I mean, if they got each other like how they got them, we got to put them before, you know what I'm saying? We got to put them before, because they going to put us before them type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Why do women support other women when they shouldn't, and men don't support other men when they should?
Oh, that's a good question.
Girl code.
Women empowerment
That's a good
is
question.
bull crap. There is no women empowerment. It's always bros before hoes.
How can that be true when we have the expression bros over hoes?
But we have sisters before misters.
Why are men quick to label each other weak, simps, and beta males when they see each other get violated?
Oh.
Toxic male culture.
Because it's all about dominance. Like, they trying to be the alpha big dog in everything. They don't care if it's your homie.
Maybe they think it's weak to be violated. Maybe they pops violated somebody and made them think that it's weak to be violated. You can look at it from a sociological standpoint, a psychological standpoint. It really just like depend on how like deep you want to dive into it.
In the long run, most of the time, men judge each other based on appearance, status, money, how many women you got. You know, there's always this constant thing where men are in a race against each other.
Why is shaming women seen as hate, while shaming men is seen as motivation?
I don't know. It's just one of those double standards that's just how it is.
Because there's a stigma placed on men that when we are throwing jabs at each other, we're helping our men get stronger. But when it's women, their emotions are involved.
Yeah, that's true.
They just see it as we're downing someone.
Yeah.
Why aren't they both considered hate?
Because men, regardless of what is being propagated out there, men are the most powerful of the gender, so to speak, right? Yeah. So when you're in the top position, you're not afforded the right to complain. It's just like if we look in terms of race in America, right? When you look at the most dominant race, you can't claim racism, right? Because you're the most dominant race. So, and it's the same, so it works the same way. It's unfair, but it's just one of those double standards.
It's too much hate going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to focus on the love. You know, the hate be coming from resentment and jealousy. And if everybody get money, then we ain't really got no reason to hate on everybody because we can do what we want to do and be who we want to be with.
True.
You know?
Why isn't the solution to women's problems to just be better like it is for men?
It's sad to say, but women don't have to be better in this society, is what they claim. Women are judged by looks, personality, etc.
Because they live in a fantasy world. You know, they got the whole Cinderella thing going on and everything. Women don't necessarily want to believe that they have to do better. Of course, it's just the world that's going on around them.
Why is misandry only identified when it comes from women?
Oh, yeah, because dudes be hating on other dudes, too. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, you know, because I don't think men really focus that much on the hate like how the women do. You know, women really like be locked in with the hate, like this girl hate me, that thing hate me, the groups and everything. Men,
they call it internalized misogyny.
Not worried about it. Don't make a big deal of it.
How can the manosphere acknowledge that misandry exists while never seeing men as victims of it?
You can't. You first have to have people acknowledge that.
What's the difference between calling a man a beta male and telling him he's not a real man?
I'm gonna give you a term for saying you weak, or I'm gonna just flat out say you weak.
There's certain things that make you not a real man. Be a stand-up man at all times. Real men are not real. I mean, weak men are not real men.
What are the signs of a man who's weak?
Lack of confidence.
Yeah.
Floor & Decor has more styles for pros, homeowners, and anyone looking for the right.
Why don't women shame each other for being alpha and beta females the same way that men shame each other for being alpha and beta males?
Because they too worried about trying to find the yin to their yang instead of trying to identify what the other woman is or not.
Damn,
we
son,
men
where'd
too
you
worried
find
about
this?
sticking our chest out and trying to identify other males so then we can identify the women that we want. We worried about two different things, basically.
Yeah.
Why are men so concerned with other men being masculine or not? Are women concerned whether other women are feminine or not?
No.
We're not concerned. Men just have this complex.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Men are more insecure about their masculinity. Women are more concerned about raising each other up.
Men, you know, the bro code. Women, we don't care. We lift each other up.
I think it comes from
No, they don't.
how we're raised.
They
and
lie.
We're supposed to be big macho men, and I think that puts us as males against each other because we're fighting for women, right?
Why wasn't that part of the women's movement, but it is part of the men's movement?
Because women needed to come up. So maybe they ain't have as much time to be against the other woman for a certain period of time as we had to be against the other men. They more so had to band together to get things done that they needed done, you know?
No, but that pressure is a part of the women's movement as well.
How so?
Look at how much money is spent in nail salons and in hair salons. Like, there's extensions being put in women of all races' hair. It's not because they want to feel good about themselves. No, they want to impress other men, and they want to show other women that they are superior to them.
Yeah,
so
that is
they're gonna
true.
walk in with the highest heels. They're going to walk in with the tightest pair of jeans, right? They're going to want the most attention because that puts them above the rest. And it's the same way with men.
Why do men believe that just because you're anti-feminist, that somehow means that you're pro-men?
That's true, because pro-black is an anti-white.
Yeah.
Why are women able to unite and create a standard for men, but men can't unite and create a standard for women?
Sexism.
Could it be because men are pitted against each other to compete for women?
I think that's very accurate.
Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I mean, men are traditionally supposed to, you know, be going for the woman, and...
Okay.
Women expect the whole world. If you're not giving them nothing, they're not going.
Yeah,
They're not going.
That's facts.
Could it be because men are pitted against each other to compete for women?
Yes, absolutely, indeed.
Status, symbol, money. What do you have to offer?
Yeah.
But the problem with that is that, you know, men put each other down just to get women who really could care less about, you know, that man in general, and it becomes from the fragile ego.
Are men more likely to compete for the majority of women, or are women more likely to compete for the minority of men?
Men compete for the majority of women.
No.
Women are more likely to compete with the minority of men.
Why?
Because there's a minority of men that are most desirable to the majority of women.
Oh man,
And that's
goddamn.
just facts.
Yes, sir.
The majority of men will seek out the majority of women.
Why are men pitted against each other to compete for women?
Because we got to know who's big, strong ape. It's very important.
I think it's almost an animal instinct at this point.
Survival of the fittest is just our natural biology. The same way sperm compete against each other to make it to the egg first. The same way every other biological species out there compete for women to breed. And guess what? Women compete to attract the male species as well. I mean, if it's, you know, flamboyant colors in their feathers or their special, you know, mating dance.
They're making some solid points.
They're doing that to attract men.
What's the difference between men pitted against each other on the micro level versus men pitted against each other to compete in war?
No difference.
There's a big difference because when you're competing in war, you're killing people. So your life is on the line.
We want to show that we're the most powerful. We want the spoils that come along with it.
Yes, sir.
Right? We want the respect that comes along with it. And it's the same way with men on the micro level. Hey, we get that hot chick that everyone wants. Hey, we want to let people know that, hey, I deserve that respect. Or, hey, I'm the most powerful. This is why she wants me. So it's the same thing. It's just at a different scale.
Yes, sir.
Why do we blame the male gender for causing war and violent crime when men are the biggest victims of war and violent crime?
Again, social standard says man goes to war, man protects.
Because they the only ones in war.
We're the ones that fight.
Yep.
Everyone sees men as the protectors, so I guess they automatically assume that means we're the one causing.
Hey, you got to fight for that protection, man.
Job.
Yeah.
Aren't we dragged into those fights?
Yes, we've always been dragged in for those fights by the government. That's a great question.
So then why would we be blamed for something that we're forced into?
Because we'd have to ask the non-logical thinkers on that one.
Falcon punch! Join the army, war, whatever they got going on. This is war out here. This is psychological warfare.
Who hates men more, women or other men?
Other women.
If men don't hate men, why are men not supporting other men who fight for men's rights?
Because men hate men.
What more rights we need?
Custody of our children?
They're afraid to because of what women will think about them.
If men don't hate men, why would they create laws that favor women at the expense of men?
I don't know. They just want the man to be in charge, be responsible to pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
If men don't hate men, why aren't they supporting other men who fight for men's rights?
Well, I'm not a man, so I suppose you'd have to ask them.
If men and women both hate men, how can men's issues ever be heard?
Speak up.
Some of us have to take the choice and stand up and speak for us.
If everyone hates men, why don't men deserve protection more than women?
Everybody deserves equal protection.
Why do people think that men can't be victims of a society that was built by men?
We definitely can,
Yep.
because the society that was built for men maybe wasn't beneficial for every man. So I could feel that.
Men are victims of society every day.
Would women not be victims in a society if women made the laws?
No, everyone is bound to be a victim of some circumstance.
They would keep it the way it is.
How can feminists say men are privileged at the same time men are victims of the patriarchy?
Delusion.
Why are women seen as bigger victims of men than men are victims of other men?
Men are traditionally predatory.
Because the statistics show that most crimes against women are always done by a man.
Because they believe that since we're stronger, that we should be able to protect ourselves, and since they're more feminine and weak, that it gives them that they're, by definition, the victim.
Mm-hmm.
If we acknowledge that the family courts are stacked against men, how are men not seen as victims of that system?
Men are victims of that system.
Oh!
Definitely victim of the law.
Really?
Think about all the people who's paying child support for girls who don't even do nothing but want to check.
Yep.
People try to turn a blind eye to that because they don't want to see the problem. We live in a society in general who tries to band-aid the problem instead of uncovering
Instead of
it and fixing it.
Real men are made from suffering because you're a bitch. You're a fucking bitch because you're a fucking loser. And you don't deserve to be invited to shit. You don't deserve to get your fucking dick sucked. You don't deserve to go on dates with girls. You're a fucking loser. Stop being a bitch.
If red pill creators can't see men as victims, how can they be advocates for men?
They can't.
Yeah, we can.
Outside of feminists, is there anyone who condemns men more than these red pill alpha men?
Let's see. Not to my knowledge, no.
So then why are men supporting these people?
Because we need to hear the
A
truth.
lot of people are followers and not leaders.
Nah, we need to hear the truth.
Which of the following is more forbidden? To question the victimhood of women
Oh.
or to even suggest the victimhood of men?
To question the victimhood.
Ah!
Falcon punch.
We are traditionally oppressed. I'm wearing a safety ring tonight for a reason.
What is a safety ring? Stop the cap.
I'm not married or engaged.
So that means that you'll wear a wedding ring to repel somebody?
Yes.
In society, the first one is more forbidden.
Why?
Because that's the way that they've established it, and it's wrong because it's not manlike to speak up against women.
If red pill creators can't see men as victims, how can they be advocates for men?
Yeah, that's true.
It seems to me that they just want to profit off of men's suffering.
So what's the difference between OnlyFans creators exploiting lonely men for money and alpha male dating coaches exploiting lonely men for money?
No difference.
They're both the same. I guess one just doesn't get naked to do it.
Because OnlyFans ain't exploiting no man for no money. You dig what I'm saying? That market is there. Pimping ain't dead. It just moved to the web. So, you feel me? They just taking advantage of what's going on, and it's a market for it. If it's a supply, it's a demand. So, you got to get in where you fit in.
The moral of the story is you should exploit lonely men for money.
No.
If society has a problem with men being the way they are, why didn't they say anything decades ago? Why were they silent?
Because they were betas. Is that funny?
All right, okay, man. Shout out to It's Complicated for coming through with yet another fire video called Men Hate Men. All right, so first impressions of me watching this one was very, very interesting because you got to peel back the layers of the male side of logic and reason. Now, we had a lesbian-looking, feminist-looking chick in there, so I don't think her opinions really count because nothing she said was in the favor of men. Not saying that she was supposed to say anything in our favor, but given her demeanor and the way she was speaking and the stuff she was saying, she seemed like a man hater. But with some of the other guys, what I liked about it is that we get to peel back some of the layers to figure out if there's nuances in some of the talking points, which there is. There's nuance in everything, I think. In my opinion, there's nuance to everything. But there is a general baseline of how things are and how things are supposed to be and how we're supposed to operate and how we're supposed to move. And that is influenced by the way we think and how we process information. So if we're going about things from a logical perspective, and the majority of the time, we're going to come to a lot of these same conclusions that were discussed in some of these individual conversations. I mean, there was a little bit of cap in the video. Not gonna lie, because most of these videos they be having some cap in them. But what I can say is that this goes to show you that even though I'm for the bros, I can admit that there's things that I could disagree with that guys say, and there's stupid things that my gender says too. I mean, ain't nobody perfect. I ain't the smartest man in the world, but at the same time, I'm not the dumbest man either. So overall, it was a great video. I got a lot of respect for the guys that can, put themselves out there to get interviewed and just give their raw, unfiltered, and honest opinions. And for that, got to give one more shout out to It's Complicated. And with that being said, that's pretty much my reaction, man. So if you like the video, go ahead and give this video a like. Share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section, man. It's your boy AnonymousBased. Peace.